contestants will be hunted for 30 days. Anyone can kill you.
Hunt them down!
Okay, that is a bit of the trailer for the new dystopian thriller, The Running Man. The movie is a remake of the 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger film and stars Glen Powell. It tells the story of a top-rated TV show where contestants must survive 30 days while being hunted by professional assassins. The Running Man hits theaters today. The CBC's Jackson Weaver joins us now in studio with his review of this film. So I think maybe, Jackson, helpful here to start with a bit of an overview.
Yes, I mean, you mentioned this is a kind of a remake of the 1987 Running Man, although that Arnold Schwarzenegger film was very, very different than the book it's based on, which is The Running Man, by Stephen King. Though when it came out, no one really knew this. This was in his Richard Bachman phase, where he's writing under a pseudonym to be able to pump out even more books than he already was. Another one that was popular around the same time, Long Walk, another running action Stephen King dystopia that is also out just a month ago, I think, in the theaters. Now this one, we follow Ben Richards. You see him there. He's played by Glen Powell. He is a down and out laborer who can't get a job. He's very upset about it. The only way he can get enough money to pay for the medicine for a sick infant daughter is he goes on this game show. This is, as you mentioned, a dystopia where everything's about broadcast TV, gladiatorial games. Now, The Running Man, this game is he and two other competitors just go out into the world and try to survive for 30 days as these very scary guys you can see right there chase after them, try and kill him. He does his best to survive. There's a lot of social commentary in there as well, though. This is a movie that, in its original form, in that book form, was talking about, the surveillance state, about how we're entertaining ourselves with violence, how all that terrible, sad stuff that can lead to perhaps a reality TV star even becoming a president one day, maybe. So that is what is baked into this story, and it is very, very different, I'll say, than the Arnold Schwarzenegger take from the 80s.
Okay, all of that just hypothetically speaking,
yes,
of course.
Hypothetically, yes.
Okay, so it looks a little bit different than the one from the 1980s as well, and I think we have a little bit here that we can even show our viewers.
Yes. So yeah, that is this new version, directed by Edgar Wright. You may know him from the Scott Pilgrim movie, Last Night in Soho, Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, movies that are, very, very high, fast-paced, action-oriented. And though it's not quite as original as those other films, I mean, Baby Driver, it was these very, very unique kind of car chases. Scott Pilgrim, this kind of comic flair. There's not necessarily anything really unique about the way he's employing action in this film, but it is done expertly. And if this is a turn your brain off type flick for you, I absolutely think that this qualifies. There's enough there to be entertained. Glen Powell making his case for actually being a leading man action star, which I think he's good. He's maybe not quite Tom Cruise level, but he's getting there. So if you just want that action, that entertainment, those chases, those fights, this does serve in that regard. Yeah.
What if you want a little bit more than that? Because I do understand that you have a few problems with this vision, with this version.
Yeah, I will say, again, your mileage may vary. If you like the 1980s version, maybe this is going to be for you. I didn't necessarily love that movie at all. I felt it was a little bit too vapid. Now, this film is trying to make social commentary, cultural critiques, but is doing it through a very dated lens, in my opinion. Now, this is based, as we mentioned, on the 1980s book, when it seemed like TV was the major ill and evil that we were going to be grappling with, and that's what this movie also carries on. But I mean, I don't know about you. I think a more prescient and current issue would be, internet, about techno-feudalism. Maybe Zuckerberg gets a cameo or something. So the critiques that we get here do feel a little bit dated. There's this whole Americanos reality TV show in this movie, which is making this Kim Kardashian, I think, critique, which would feel very cutting in 2010, maybe not so much now. So for all those reasons, the actual reason that this movie is coming out now, it doesn't feel prescient. It doesn't feel new. It doesn't feel original. I mean, you've seen Justin Timberlake's In Time, the capitalism spending money thing, the sci-fi like that don't necessarily feel like they're really making an argument. They just are play acting as rebellious in a way that is validated by the studio that's giving them $100 million anyway. So I don't necessarily love those aspects of it, but again, the action's good.
The action's good, but is it enough to get 5 stars? It doesn't sound like it is.
I don't think
maybe not even close.
Quite to 5 stars, not super close either. We have a graphic here. You can see my little distaste. Me personally, it's a 2 out of 5. I really wish there was more there to love. But again, as a person that didn't necessarily love the 1980s version, and some people wholly disagree with me, so you may disagree with me there as well. And, you know, I'm not right about everything. I can get a few things wrong, and maybe I got this one wrong in your opinion, too. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll have to leave it up to the viewers. I can't say that's usually the type of film that gets me out of the house with a toddler into the theaters.
Yeah.
I suspect I won't be seeing that one, but it might appeal to people at home. Jackson, thank you for this. As always, we do appreciate it. The CBC's Jackson Weaver for us.
Thanks.